A very good morning to all of you all. I hope that you have enjoyed your Christmas vacations. You all are back after your holidays. I'm sure that at least some of you might have taken your Christmas, your New Year promises. Okay, so I know that after hearing this class, I feel that all of you need to take a New Year promise. Okay, and let that New Year promise be that you will learn your lessons properly day to day. One more thing, for those who have already taken a New Year promise, see to it that you follow it strictly. Not that 1 week or 2 weeks or maybe maximum 1 month that you keep following and later from the next part of the year it's gone. Okay, so when you take a New Year vow, your New Year promise, please see to it that you keep your promise. Okay, with this small thought, let's begin today's class. We are on page number 89. This is a poem called Break, Break, Break. Okay, now let's see what's the poem all about and what is Alfred Lord Tennyson want us to understand. Alfred Lord Tennyson is one of the most popular and well-loved Victorian poets of England. His poems cover a wide range of themes and are known for their rich descriptive imagery and lyrical quality. Lyrical as in lyrics, the sentences. Many of them were so popular and highly regarded that they became standards for the 19th century English literature. The poem Break, Break, Break is an elegy. An elegy is a lamentation, a cry, a sorrowful cry, a sad and a thoughtful poem written in memory of someone who has died or something in the past. So he's writing about someone who has died and passed and gone away, and he's writing about some few things which have happened in the past. It centers on Tennyson's grief over the death of his friend. So, Alfred Lord Tennyson's friend has died and passed away and gone, and he feels sad for the death of his friend. Grief and the indifference of nature are the two main themes of the poem. The sea rises and falls in a tireless rhythm and does not acknowledge tragedy in everyday life of people. The sea rises, so you can see the waves which rise and then it falls and goes back, it recites back. The sea rises and falls in a tireless rhythm and does not acknowledge tragedy in everyday life of people. So here he is saying that, you have gone, I am sure that all of you have gone to a seashore. Yes, and when you have gone to a seashore, you can see that the waves of the sea are hitting the shore, it's receding and then it's going back again slowly. Okay, so here the poet says that whatever things may happen in our life, maybe we are dull, maybe we are sad, we are happy, we are sorrowful, we are mourning, we are crying, whatever happens, that rhythm, that pattern of the sea which is coming, hitting the shore and then receding back, it's going back, that happens in a rhythmic way. It happens in the way which has to happen itself. It follows its rhythm. Whatever things may happen to the other people on the land, or whatever things, irrespective of whatever happens, the sea, the way it's continuing, it happens. So that's the poem. Break, break, break. Break, break, break on thy cold grey stones, O sea, and I would that my tongue could utter the thoughts that arise in me. Oh well for the fisherman's boy, that he shouts with his sister at play. Oh well for the sailor lad that he sings in his boat on the bay. And the stately ships go on to their haven under the hill. But oh, for the touch of a vanished hand and the sound of a voice that is still. Break, break, break at the foot of thy crags, O sea, but the tender grace of a day that is dead will never come back to me. So here, Alfred Lord Tennyson tells that break. Now see the meanings. Break refers to the waves hitting the stones and turning into foam. Do you see when the sea waves comes fast, it comes quickly and it hits. You can see there are bubbles, okay, as if we have put soap powder into water. It turns foamy, right? So that is called as break, break, break. You can see how that there is foams, white color which is drawn there. Break, break, break on thy cold grey stones, O sea. On thy cold grey stones, you can see those grey stones there, okay. Now here he is feeling sad, so that is why he is comparing his thinking to that old cold grey stones. When do we say something is cold, we feel when we are so frightened, you know, our whole body turns cold, it turns numb, okay. So that is why what is saying, on thy cold grey stones, O sea. And I would that my tongue could utter as in could speak aloud, okay, and that my tongue could utter. Oh well for the fisherman's boy that he shouts, okay. Oh well for the fisherman's boy means he is very happy that Neena Kuti last നീനക്ക് പോറായ അല്ല ഞാൻ എന്നോട് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഞാനിത് എങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യേണ്ടത് ഞാൻ ഓഫാക്കി അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അജേഷ് സാർ ഉണ്ടാവില്ലേ okay. Oh well for the this will get over in 10 minutes, 3:45 I will stop, okay, because this is a small poem here, only this much. Okay, so we start with the second stanza. Oh well for the fisherman's boy that he shouts with his sister at play. Now here, oh well for the fisherman's boy. Now why is the poet connecting his poem to the fisherman's life? You know that the fishermen are the people who live at the seashore. They have their houses at the seashore. Yeah, they go for fishing in the night and then they catch the fish and then early morning they are back, right? So, oh well for the fisherman's boy. Here he says that how happy the fisherman's boy is as he is shouting when he is playing with his sister. Here the fisherman's boy is taken as a reference because he is talking something about the seashore. So, who are the people who are living near the seashore? It's the fishermen. And here he says the fisherman's boy refers to fisherman's son. Okay, fisherman's son is shouting and playing. What is the meaning of shouting? Now, when you all play with your cousins or when you play with your friends, you shout, you scream and enjoy, right? So, that is what he is doing. Oh well for the fisherman's boy that he shouts with his sister at play. So, when he's shouting and playing with his sister. Oh well for the sailor lad. Oh well for the sailor lad means well for the sailor lad, sailor's boy. Oh well for the sailor boy that he sings on his boat on the bay. So, the sailor lad, sailor's boy who is singing, you can see there a boy who is rowing his boat, okay. Or the sailor's lad, he sings in his boat on the bay. Bay is a part of the sea surrounded by land on three sides. Bay is, it's surrounded by 3 sides on water and 1 side by land. That's a bay. And the stately ships go on, and the stately means big and grand, impressive, and the stately ships go on to their haven under the hill. Heaven is a safe and peaceful place. Safe and peaceful place, that is heaven. Okay, not heaven, heaven. And the stately ships go on to the haven under the hill. You can see there's a ship going in that picture, and it's going stately, it's going grandly, impressively to a safe and a peaceful place. So it's traveling safely. So here the poet says that whatever is the feelings, he is very sad that he has lost his best friend in his life, but even then, whatever things are happening around him, whatever things are happening in his life, all these other people are still very happy. The fisherman's son is happy. He is seen playing with his sister, and even the boy in the boat at the bay, he is also very happily rowing his boat. So that was the second stanza. In the third stanza, we say that the stately ships, the grand and majestic ships, how they are moving forward. And the stately ships go on, they are moving on, they are traveling on to their haven. Haven is a safe place, okay, safe and a peaceful place under the hill. But oh, for the touch of the vanished hand. Oh, for the touch of the vanished hand. See, the meaning given there is, how sad to miss the touch of a person who is no longer alive. So he's really missing his friend so much that he feels that even if that person would come and just give a small touch, then it would be enough. But oh, for the touch of the vanished hand. Vanished means unseen hand. And the sound of a voice that is still. A sound of the voice that is still, a voice which is still, which is the voice which cannot be heard anymore. Break, break, break at the foot of thy crags, O sea, but the tender grace of a day that is dead will never come back to me. Break, break, break at the foot of thy crag. Foot of thy crag means rough, steep masses of rocks. Crag means rough, steep masses of rocks. So you can see when at some seashores, you can see a lot of rocks which are there lying. Okay, so that is at the foot means at the below part. Okay, lower part. At the foot of thy crags, O sea, but the tender grace of a day that's dead. But the tender grace of a day that's dead refers to his friendship and the time spent with his friend. The friendship with whom with the friend which whom he had, and the time that he spent, the time which he spent with his friend, that is what he is referring to in this stanza. But the tender grace of a day that is dead will never come back to me. So that grace of the day which he spent with his friend will never come back to me. And this poem, I feel it's a poem which you can coordinate with your life. At this moment when you are really missing all your friends, you really feel like maybe you are happy that you have to study less. Okay, I know it's not so less, you have enough and more to study, but even then you feel very sad, right? When you think about your friends, you feel very happy when you are once back in school, playing with your friends, enjoying with your friends, shouting in the class. Yes, though we teachers don't like it, but still you all enjoy it, right? Yes, so that is what here the poet's friend is no longer, he is dead and gone, he is no longer with him. He feels very sad that his friend is not there, but he says that even though whatever things have happened in his life, he feels that the nature continues as it is. He just goes on, and he says that whatever happens, the fisherman's boy is playing, the boats are going stately, and there's no change in anything around him. But he is still very sad that he is not able to hear or even not able to feel the touch of that friend's hand. So, with this thought, let us wind up today's class. Thank you so much, dear children, for your patient listening. Bye-bye. Have a nice day.